Daily discussion time, y'all. Today, we're going to talk about something abstract, something strange. It's really just a philosophy that I have, a hypothesis. There's no way that I can prove this in this lifetime, or probably even in the next one, because we probably won't remember anything. But the topic of discussion for today is the planets. Are they useless? Right? We're going to talk about the solar system and the planets, right? I feel like the earth that we inhabit, I feel like it's really just a proving ground. It's a place where we decide where we're gonna go after this, right? I feel like the Creator made everything for a reason. And I feel like the planets have a more significant purpose than we believe. I feel like there's already life on those other planets, but they're probably on a different wavelength, a visual spectrum that we can't see. Right? And the only way you can get into those worlds is by going through a portal, right? The portal that we use to get into this realm is our mother's womb. That's the portal, right? I believe that this is the realm of creation. This is where things are created. From all the cosmic dust and energy and whatever else is out there. My philosophy is that after we leave the earth, meaning after we pass away, we go to another planet. That might seem strange, that might seem weird, but remember, this is just a philosophy. This is just thoughts that I have about what's beyond. Right? I feel like after we finish here, we go to another planet and we go do some work over there. Right? We live a completely different life on that other planet. We may not even be beings that we can even comprehend. You know what I mean? Taking it a step further, I feel like after we've completed all of the planets, right, we go to the sun. And the sun is probably where heaven is because there's no possible way any life form can get close enough to the sun. At least from what I understand, if there's bacteria or something that lives on the sun, I never researched that or studied that or any type of organisms. Like I don't think that really matters because we never gonna get there to really see. You know what I mean? You can talk about your Hubble telescopes all you want, but I don't really believe in all that. You know what I mean? Science has been proven wrong so many different times, and there's been plenty of times we see that they just doctor and fabricate certain information. And a funny thing about science is it proves God. It proves God. Science literally proves God. I wish I could give you the examples that prove him, but if you if you dig deep far enough into science, you'll just end up at the beginning. You'll end up right at the beginning, where it all began, the Alpha and the Omega. Where it all began and where it all ends. See, people may want to think people who have thoughts like this, abstract thoughts that can't really be proven in this lifetime, they say you're crazy, or you need to get a grip on reality. I have a firm grip on reality. It's just that my mind wonders about things that we can never know or understand. It may seem like there's no purpose or no point in thinking about things like that, but for me, it's a form of meditation. When I can let my mind go beyond the borders and boundaries of this realm. Right? My frequency and my vibration is different than the majority of people in this realm. You know? I like to think about what's beyond, the unknown unknowns, the unfathomable, the unexplainable. You know? I like to just dive into those thoughts and ideals, those hypotheses. You know? I find them very interesting. Because the things that we know, we already know. They're not exciting. But the things that we don't know, we can't explain, there's always room for speculation. You can always, well, what if it's like this? What if it's possibly something we never even thought of? Of course it is. Of course that's what it is. But even still, that's just a simple way to blanketly understand what you can't understand. It's another thing. I like talking in riddles too. Because riddles make you think. If they don't make you think, then I'm not going to disrespect you, but just because you don't think. And that's okay. I always admired that statue of the man just sitting there with his chin on his fist, just thinking. They call it the thinker, right? I've always related to that statue because I like to think. You don't necessarily have to be about procedures or nothing like that. I just like thinking. Like letting my mind wander. Right? But back to the planets, right? What if on each planet you're a different kind of life form? You still have the same spirit, but you're a different kind of life form. Right? And after you've lived all the lives that you can live on Pluto, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it Uranus because we're not going to be filthy. Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Mars. After we finished all our tasks on all those realms, we go to the sun. We live a complete existence. Or who knows, maybe there's a new infinity beyond the sun. The possibilities are endless. Right? That's actually what I'm going to title the video. The possibilities are endless. If you can use that type of thinking when it comes to the things that you hope to achieve while you're here, because you should have a purpose. I feel like human beings will get, you'll feel like there's no point in living if you don't have a purpose. You don't have to believe me, but that's the truth. It's the cold hard truth. You need a purpose. Everything in our universe has a purpose. We may not understand the full purpose of the cosmos, the universe, and the galaxy, and the stars, but I'm certain that they have a purpose. They're necessary. That's why they exist. That's why they're here. You have a purpose too. What is your purpose? The possibilities are endless. Even if you don't know what your purpose is, that's okay. You got time. You got time to figure these things out. The things that we're meant to do, you could say, is your purpose. The things that give us satisfaction, enjoyment, feelings of accomplishment, you could say doing those acts could be your purpose. Or you could look deep down inside and say, what was I made to do? What was I meant to do? And if you can discover what you were meant to do since the beginning, I think you'll feel fulfilled with life if you can accomplish it before your final days. So if you have feelings of emptiness, doubt, uncertainty, you just haven't found it yet. Remember, the possibilities are endless. And everything has a purpose. So if you haven't found your purpose yet, I implore you to seek it. I implore you to discover who you really are and what will give you the most fulfillment out of life. I can't answer this question for you. This is something you must discover for yourself. But just look at everything around you and understand that it has a purpose. And once this purpose has been served, it will no longer exist. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Class is dismissed. Hope you have a good one today.